Thanks for listening to the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast, where each week we talk about a free piece or two of technology that you can use in your classroom. I'm your host, Shannon Martin. I'm a middle school teacher, technology coach, and personalizer and coordinator for my district.
And I am her producer / husband, Fuzz Martin.
And today, we are going to talk about tools
for
that
teachers?
are free that are going to help end your school year a little smoother, hopefully.
All right.
At least I think that they will.
Yeah.
You need high engagement, and you need some buy-in, but you still got to get content out there.
Because I assume that at least in our area where schools are letting out within the either they're just letting out as like this week as you listen to this fresh, or they may have you're already done. Yeah, but they're close.
It's interesting though, because I think it definitely depends kind of where you're at in the United States, where like certain schools, like certain districts go year round, like some charters and some like city schools go year round.
Right.
A lot of Wisconsin, Midwestern, Illinois, Indiana,
they needed their kids to work on the farms.
Right. Well, they used to anyway, but that was the thing, was they needed for tourism and stuff, tourism and farming, they needed kids. So usually around Memorial Day or the week after, like first week of June, we're done. But then I've got family that lives in Connecticut, and they go till like the third week in June. Sometimes even gone to like June 21st before. So, and they start sooner, it seems. So it's just interesting.
They get more time off though.
They have breaks. Yeah, they have different breaks throughout the year. So I just think it's super interesting that, there isn't, it's kind of per state. Well, it's definitely per district as to meeting the regulations, but each state has their own like minutes and stuff that you have to make. Anyway, so I know some of you are in the thick of like last 3 to 4 weeks of school. Some of you may be having your last week of school happening, but here's just a few tools that I think you can quick use in your classroom, and there's not a ton of like setup on your part.
Cool.
And they're easy to kind of jump in, or you may be kind of familiar with them but forgot about them. It's one of those where sometimes, you need that reminder, like I've tried that before, I should try it again. So these are just tools to kind of help you out, get through the end of the school year, fire up a little bit,
deal with some antsy kids,
and keep them excited. So
it's nice out. Want to go outside?
Well, it depends on where you are.
You might not have air conditioning.
This is true. Yeah. I've been many a school that has not had air conditioning.
Yeah.
Middle schoolers smell. All right. So.
Thank you, puberty.
Edpuzzle.
Yes.
View Pure. And Storyboard That.
Cool.
Are our 3 go-to end of the year. Let's try some things out or reuse things that we've done before, but just keeping the students engaged. That's our goal. Engagement and learning, even if it's not the easiest thing to do.
You got it.
Cool. All right. So Edpuzzle. If you've never heard of Edpuzzle, Edpuzzle is
my friend Edward Puzzle.
There you go. See, I'm waiting for the joke.
Yeah, I made the joke enough times when I heard it that I thought maybe you didn't want to hear it again.
Oh, I figured that you just
keep going with my dad jokes.
Yes. So Edpuzzle.
Hey everybody, I'm Ed Puzzle. Kind of complex, John.
Someday. Okay. Anyway, so
we got 100 pieces.
That's easy. Let's work on 1,000. Anyway, all right. We digress. So Edpuzzle.
What is Edpuzzle?
It's a cool video setup for your students where you sign in with Google and you sign in as a teacher. You sign up as a teacher. And they have all kinds of videos that you can use with your students where you can add questions or reflections or comprehension. So the students interact with the videos. So you're not just showing a video in class, but you're giving them some like thoughts, like giving some questions and stuff to make them think as they're watching and to see what they're comprehending as they're watching. So it's great for if you are starting a new unit and you want to give them some background knowledge, or if you found a video and you want them to kind of learn some on their own and see how much of the content they're grasping.
Yeah.
It's a great way to do it. It connects with your Google Classroom, which is fantastic. So you can just take one of your classes, upload it, and then you just assign the videos right from Edpuzzle, and it all like shows up. So you just click on My Classes, and then you can have your little due date assignment, like due assignments or no due date, and then you have your list of students, and then you have the different options with your classes where you can like change classes and names and edit all that kind of stuff. But it's really flexible and easy to use when you connect it with your Google Classroom, and the content is great. You don't have to search, like go through YouTube and then go through TED Ed and then go through, it's all right there. So you can pick Edpuzzle videos, YouTube videos, Khan Academy, National Geographic TED Talks, Numberphile, like there's a bunch of them that you're able to use. And then you just click on it, you assign it to your students. You can adjust the questions in there. You can use other teachers that have already created the questions, so you don't have to do more work.
Yeah.
And you can just adjust questions that have already been done. There's like a reflective pause in there, like, hey, think about the last 2 minutes of what you watched and then move on. So it's super cool and easy for the end of the year. If you've got Chromebooks in your classroom, or if your students are doing even like small group work, they can kind of do this together. I have seen it where you can even, it's a little more difficult, but you could project it like onto your smartboard and then have them answer as a class, like make it interactive.
Sure.
Like if the question pops up, have one kid being the answer kid and they can type in the answers for the rest of the class. That's possible. So Edpuzzle is just a great way to get content out to your students. If you have more of a flipped classroom where you have them learning more on their own and then coming back for a discussion, this is a great way to use it. Our high school biology teacher, she uses it with our sophomores, freshmen, sophomores in biology, where they will do work in class and labs, but she'll have them watch the video to review the content, and then they answer the questions, which is pretty cool. So a lot of levels can use this because they've got content from little people all the way on up to big people.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, it's really cool. And other bonuses, you connect through your school district. So you can connect with other teachers, other people in the same content area that may not be in your building. So you can share like, hey, we're all studying the same thing. Here's 2 great videos to help review content with students. I'll come up with questions, that kind of thing. So it's really just kind of neat how that can all be set up.
Yeah, definitely.
So, definitely a positive.
Yeah.
Yay.
Edpuzzle.
Our next website is very pure. Because it's View Pure. I tried. I was trying to come up with some clever way to like.
It's Viewper.
It's Viewper. It's Viewper. Now that you've said it that way too, all I hear is Viewper.
Well, you say super all the time, so that's
super because it's Viewper.
It's Viewper.
It's View Pure. And it's been around for quite some time, but I feel like it's one of those sites where you're like, oh yeah, and you use it a bit, and then you forget about it, and then you're like, oh, I need to use that again. So View Pure, you just sign your stuff up. Again, it's free. And it's free. There is like an upgrade version where there's benefits from it, but you can definitely use the free version. And all you do is drop the link to like your YouTube video into your account. And it removes, so you click the link and then you're gonna use this video in class, cool. It removes the comments, like the ads from the video. And all the like related videos that pop up. So when you're showing something about war, then you don't get every single war video that's showing up, or a weird dancing baby off to the side that gets really distracting. And as you're like racing to the back of your screen to like change it, make it full screen faster because there's something on the side you don't want to show. ViewPure takes all that away. So you just see the YouTube video. Just the video that you want your students to see. Right. So like no content, no distractions, crazy weird comments. Yeah. Which I run across a lot of times is having like social studies as one of my focuses, and going through different, like we're doing war or recovering topics that are controversial. The biggest thing is the comments in the bottom, and you're like, hey, we don't need to see that, but we need to see like what's happening. So just is a great way to put in a video and not have all those other distractions, and not having to, again, race to like smack either your smartboard or your computer to stop the kids from seeing something that they're going to talk about more than your actual content you're trying to teach.
From the website, it says it's good for removing inappropriate ads and comments from videos that you're showing to your kids, removing unwanted related videos at the end to show students, creating memorable URLs. So instead of going to youtube.com/watch $v=_ etc.
XYZ.
You would just go to viewpure.com/tech tools for teachers podcast. You can, it has YouTube search with a cleaner user interface and filtered results, and just a cleaner screen to watch YouTube videos without distraction. What I don't know is, and maybe they answer this here, is does YouTube get mad about them doing, YouTube's in it to make money, right? And
I think that there's probably enough YouTube videos out there that when this is meant for like educational purposes,
that maybe YouTube's like, all right, as long as it doesn't become the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
no,
it's designed specifically for teachers, professors, bloggers, social media influencers, homeschoolers, and parents.
Yeah. Well, so all you have to do is take a YouTube URL, drop it in the box, and click Purify, and you're off and running, which is really cool.
So pure.
It is.
So at the end of the year, if you're pulling out quick videos to show kids, or sometimes we'll do various like brain teasers online and stuff like that, and you need a quick 10-minute like, oh cool, we're gonna do a brain teaser, you can throw it in ViewPure, it's already up there, you can good to go. And it's an easy way to make sure that kids are still focused on what you need them to be focused on.
So when focus is waning at the end of the year, this helps maybe give you a little solace.
And keeping them sort of on track so they're not distracted by the dancing baby in the corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, by the way, it doesn't totally strip all ads. There are some ads that are going to be there. But
they're definitely a lot more restricted. They were before. So
it says some videos will always have ads no matter where they are viewed or embedded. Unfortunately, there's nothing that can be done from ViewPure. However, at least there aren't trolls and distasteful comments, right? Which is absolutely correct.
Cute. So we've puzzled.
Yeah.
We've viewed purely. and now we're gonna storyboard.
Okay.
Look at that. See, we're doing things with
storyboarding.
We're storyboarding. So if you've never seen Storyboard That, it's super fun.
No,
I said super.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
Super.
To play around with and have your students play around with.
All right.
So all you do is you sign up for a Storyboard That account, create it. They can make one too. And in the basic version, you can create up to 6. I believe it's 6. Now you can make as many 6 boxes as possible. So it looks like a comic strip or a storyboard. Yeah. Okay. And it lays out by boxes. And you start with your storyboard that's blank. And then you get scenes. And you can pick from 18,000 choices. So school, athletics, transportation, classic homes, historical, all these different things. And you just drag and drop the little scene that you want to put into your storyboard. Then you pick your characters. And you can pick your people. You put your people in and you can change hair, skin, eyes, shirt, pants, shoes, and you can change all the colors and adjust them. By the way, you want to keep student engagement for a while, just sit them on this and give them a really simple topic because they will sit here and design forever. Then you can do text bubbles, which is like their textables, which they're speech bubbles.
Okay.
Then you have like extra shapes that you can put in there. You can make little infographics and drop those in. You can have little other tools are called web and wireframes, like little frames of stuff. And then you've got your like worksheet stuff. And so you can create a storyboard that's a little storyboard, timeline, layout. You can add cells. You can move cells. You can make it as many as you want. Like you can do 24 cells if you want to, but you have to have a premium account. So the one thing is you get 6, but if you did 6 cells in one storyboard and 6 cells in another storyboard, and then 6 more and then 6 more, that's how you get your 24.
Gotcha.
You just don't do them all at once.
There's your workaround.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're hearing weird noises in the background, it's not either of us breathing. It's Alina, the dog. She is out cold, and she is snoring like you would not believe. So if you hear that, that's neither of us are.
No.
Are
having breathing issues. Yeah. Asthma attack here.
Yeah, none of that.
It's allergy season, but we're okay.
It's just a lazy Cocker Spaniel.
She's adorable.
Super adorable.
But just very tired all the time. She's old.
Yeah.
So storyboarding that. Oh. It's cool because I've had students reflect on their school year. So in 6 slides, sum up your school year. And they'll make a little character and they like ride the bus in, and then they go into the classroom, and then I have them reflect on their year. So like I had like a great year. I learned this and this, or some parts of my year were bumpy, and so it's kind of a cool way to have students engage the last week of school, like reflect on your year, or you can have them do like greatest book they've ever read and do a quick storyboard about that. You can have them storyboard pretty much anything. I've also had students use it for in projects in my class for immigration.
Yeah.
Where they had to talk about an immigrant's journey, and they storyboarded that.
Sure.
I will tell you a couple of things. When you go to download it, it's going to put a watermark on it.
Yeah, well.
So
that's one of those little free things.
Yeah. So if you are going to use it, so you'll see in my student examples, because I'm going to put some on the website, you'll see the watermark on it. When they're presenting to class, though, like if they're standing in front of the room presenting, I just have them pull up their storyboard, their account, and just present from there, and it looks fine. But if you're going to print them, because it can print in color because they're pretty, but you will get a watermark on that. There's there's always the workaround of like screenshotting it if you want to. But
if all of them have the watermark on it, it's not like
unless you're putting it in, just like I feel like if you put it into a portfolio, if you're gonna put it, then you're probably gonna want it to look a little nicer. So you gotta work around that a little bit, but you definitely have a lot of options, and the kids can have a lot of creativity and have some fun with it, and they could storyboard maybe their future year. So what's going to happen next year, do they think, or any of that kind of stuff. But it's a great way to have them share some information and keep them really engaged here at the end of the school year when they're kind of itchy.
The free version's cool. The For Teachers version at $8.99 a month, it has Google rostering for classroom. And you can record audio in this, but $8.99 a month. I mean, that's money.
Or you could just do the cool free version.
You do the cool free version. That's why we do this show,
right?
But I just was saying this.
You were just
other
snooping.
Stuff is cool. It's kind of like like I want to get leather
like window
seats
shopping.
and convertible, but maybe it could just
in retirement. Yeah.
Well, there we go. Another week, episode 24 in the books.
Woohoo.
By the way, we have stickers, and we've got a lot of stickers to give out. So, first 5 people to tell Shanna via Twitter, either DM or mention.
Yeah, be like, hey.
Could toss you some stickers.
Episode 24. I heard it.
You can stick them on your laptop. People know you listen to the coolest podcast about free tech tools for education.
And we'll send you stickers for free.
Yeah, look at that.
What?
See? It's free on top of free.
Super
fun.
A
hat on a hat.
Oh, and I was going to mention too, there's a survey on our website that gives us a little feedback about how we're doing on our podcast, and if you're like what you're enjoying or what you'd like to learn more about or that kind of thing. And I'm going to put it on Twitter later this week.
Okay.
So watch for that if you want to give us a little feedback, as educators, we all know that feedback is super important so we can improve and be amazing.
It's like professional development.
It is. And we're
here at the end of the school year.
We never have that at the end of the school year.
No.
All right. On that note.
All right.
Well, thanks for tuning in. This has been the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast. If you ever have any questions, you can find me on Twitter at SmartNWI. And if you ever want to get more information on the links to the technology discussed in this episode, you can visit smartnwi.com or sign up for our Facebook page as well, because I post almost daily cool tech tool tips and stuff and questions and give out stickers and whatnot on Facebook. So find us.
Yeah.
New episodes each week. Thanks for listening. Go educate and innovate.
Also, if you're on iTunes, be sure to smash that subscribe button. Try to sound like a YouTuber. You know?
Oh, man.
You got to press that subscribe button. Do it now. No, we really appreciate you listening. And the ideas and opinions expressed in this podcast and the Smart and WI website are those of the author Shanna Martin and not of her employer. Prior to using any of the technologies discussed in this podcast, please consult with your employer regulations. This podcast offers no guarantee that these tools will work for you as we've described, but we hope they do.